Where's the Christmas video, idiot? You are celebrating Thanksgiving, but where's Christmas, huh? The Christmas flavored video will actually come around next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, but it ain't even Christmas, idiot. Yes, I know, but it's the day after Christmas. Or, well, a few days after Christmas weekend. So good enough. Not good enough. Welcome to This Week in the NFL Week 15 edition. Get ready for some major garbage. Okay, since the 49ers got Christian McCaffrey, they've been 7-1. Maybe he is as good as they say. And Seahawks, you probably aren't going to go to the playoffs this year. Especially due to the fact that you still have some tough opponents left to clear. With that, the 49ers get into the playoffs a different way, by clinching their division. Wow, our defense is really good against the backups. Not named Bailey Zappi. Also, the Ravens really need to score points in the red zone. What the heck happened to the Vikings? Okay, listen, I know Matt Ryan is known for choking, but I don't think even the Falcons could blow leads this hard. Oh, that's right. It's the Colts, not the Falcons. You know, everyone who I'm rooting for this season seems to be doing terribly. And yes, I was rooting for Matt Ryan this season. His misery was fun to laugh at for me when he was on the Falcons, but not anymore. Honestly, I don't even know what to say anymore. Matt Ryan not only will probably retire after this season, he's probably not even going to go to the Hall of Fame, because this is all he's remembered for. Blowing big games when he has huge leads. Well, new record broken. Vikings going to the Super Bowl. Well, Vikings, with that win, you clinched the North. No longer shall the Falcons or you be remembered for choking. Finally, an actually good game that is between actually good teams. How I've missed these kind of games. And with that, Buffalo becomes the first AFC East team to clinch a playoff spot. Now, don't throw away your bye week potential, which you control your own destiny to get to, or else you will be sorry. Well, I didn't even know this game was on television. I was doing other stuff at the time. But what I do know is that the Falcons need to score a touchdown now or else they're done for. Well, there you go. The Falcons scored a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. The Saints went 3-and-out too, so now the Falcons must score here if they want any chance. Big breaths, everyone. Well, 4th and 5, game on the line. Ritter throws, it's going to be caught by London, and wait, why are you going? You got the first down, why are you even moving right now? No, you fumbled the game away. Falcons falconed again. Playoff hope still alive in New Orleans. How the heck did this game get major playoff potential is what I want to know. But the Lions do get one step closer to a playoff spot. America roots for you to get the playoff spot. Now go get it. Alright, let's roll this one back. Tonight on How About Them Cowboys? The Cowboys find themselves with a 17-point lead midway through the third quarter. But just then, the Jaguars break out on a 21-point run and find themselves leading by 4 with 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. But even then, it's too late, as with 3 minutes left, the Cowboys score a touchdown thanks to some talent. Jaguars look for an answer, and the Cowboys snuff it out with a fumble recovery. Game over, right? In fact, the Cowboys even recognize that they're a passing team and throw the ball in chewing clock situation. There's one problem, however. The Cowboys are not a passing team. Tie game in Jacksonville, Florida. In overtime, Dak tries throwing the ball, and he throws a touchdown to the other team. Ball game over. Cowboys Nation is now in shambles as America's team may not be as good as it advertised to be. Man, it's satisfying to record lines for How About Them Cowboys episodes. Trapixie engineered long touchdown drives and threw for 179 yards? Who is this kid? Behold, the only back-to-back games I cover in this video that will not feature a segment. Honestly, it doesn't even deserve it. It doesn't even matter anyway. The Eagles already clinched the playoffs, and the Bears were already eliminated. So, who cares? Moving on. So, if my Saints want any chance at playoffs, I'm going to have to root for the Bengals as a Browns fan. Awkward, isn't it? Luckily for the Saints, the Tampa Brady Buccaneers end up giving this game to the Bengals on a silver platter. My goodness, this is getting too dominating. Can you at least give false hope to the Buccaneers, Bengals? Perfection. A touchdown that doesn't mean anything. Thank you, Bengals. Come on, step right up to the Super Ultimate Horrible of the Year, where we get to see the crappiest football being played in the crappiest football state ever. Both quarterbacks are out for this game, so we get to see even crappier football. Condolences to anyone who actually paid money to see this huge crap. As you can see by the score from the Denver side, the offense decides that now that they're out of the playoffs, now they want to start playing offense. Now they want to score points without Russell Wilson. Now they want to give false hope that Brett Ripien may be the quarterback of the future for the Broncos. In reality, they just played one of the most overhyped coaches of the entire league and tore him to shreds. And now the Cardinals get the ultimate prize, being flushed out of playoff hopes. Oh, you think the Broncos have hope? Just wait until you heard about how they traded the first-round draft pick to Seattle. Be sure to tune in next week for more crap. How are the Chiefs tied with the Texans right now? No, really. How are the Chiefs tied with the Texans right now? Aren't the Chiefs supposed to be like one of the best teams in the country? And the Texans are supposed to be tanking, right? But clearly the unsung hero of the Texans is Davis Mills, as he somehow snatches defeat from the jaws of victory as the Texans fumble on their own 13-yard line and the Chiefs escape with victory. Truly, he shall belong in the Hall of Fame. Oh, and that clinches the division for the Chiefs. But that was a formality anyway. But now that they've struggled against the Texans, I don't trust them to go all the way to the AFC Championship game anymore. Well, Titans, looks like your days of winning the division by default are catching up to you. Because now the Jaguars are about to sneak up on you and win the division. Or something. Alright, Raiders, under a minute, 1st and 10 in your opponent's territory. What do? Oh, you do that. Jeez, what a catch. Even though his foot may have been a wee bit out of bounds, but the referees should be blind enough for that. Sure, overtime, I'll take it. But the Patriots say, nope, I want to end this in regulation and give the Raiders a free touchdown at the end of the game. That last play may have been one of the dumbest plays I've ever seen in my life. Who coaches the offense for that team? Matt Patricia, are you serious? Well, no wonder. Shoot, this game's coming down to the wire too. How many games are going to be like this? I have to wonder. Wow, and they scored. Alright, it comes down to the 2-point conversion. Illegal formation? Really? Alright, that's fine. They still have one last chance. And that should have been pass interference. That's a crushing way for the Giants to win this tiebreaker. Okay, this didn't actually help New York or Washington get a playoff spot. But the Dallas Cowboys did manage to drunkenly stumble into the playoffs, even after their loss to the Jaguars. Finally, a game I can sleep through. You know, way back when, Baker Mayfield versus Aaron Rodgers was not a bad matchup. Now it's just complete garbage in the twilight of Rodgers' career and the definitely not twilight of Mayfield's career. That also means the Rams are eliminated from the playoffs. That is fine. I didn't think Mayfield would lead the team to the playoffs anyway. It's pretty clear that the leader of this division, or anyone else for that matter, cannot compete with anyone in the playoffs. So the winner of this division will probably only win it for bragging rights. How did we go from 4 potential playoff contenders in this division to only 2? And one's on the outside looking in at the moment. It completely baffles me. Hate to resurrect the dead meme for this, but the Vikings sure had us on the first half, not gonna lie. Also, I think the eliminated teams, excluding Bears because they're rivals, should band together and root for the Lions to make the playoffs. It's for our good, and I think we'd much rather have them in the playoffs than the Dan Snyder-led Commanders. Only 2 of you have clinched playoff spots by now? I thought it would have been all 4 of you. Also, I've completely ironed out all the bugs in this chart. Oh, and I've fixed the bugs in this chart as well. Apparently, I was underrating and overrating the 2 East divisions. Well, the Titans are still winning this division by default, but the Jaguars are creeping up on them. They're now entering false hope territory. As for the Colts, they've gone below sub-Texan levels. Levels you never want to be under. Well, the Ravens dropped down really far. Why did they drop down so far, even though they have their backups on play? Well, that's what choking away easily winnable games do to you. That game against the Browns had tons and tons of opportunities, and yet you wasted away every single one of them. And now the Bengals have overtaken you for the division lead. However, if the Ravens or the Bengals win their next 3 games, they win the North. So, in a way, they each control their own destinies. Also, someone tell me, are the Steelers really about to fluke into a 9-8 record and a playoff spot? Again? Okay, the Raiders are starting to creep back up on this chart. There really isn't much chance for a playoff spot for them, but I guess this is a nice consolation prize. Chargers, however, are in a pretty good spot for the playoffs. And the Chiefs, well, the Chiefs are actually dropping down on the chart even though they clinched the division. Why? That's what struggling with the Texans will do to you. Alright, so that was a fun weekend for me. I got to see the Troy Trojans close out their season with a bowl, got to see the Saints beat the Falcons, and kept track of the Browns beating the Ravens. Always a fun weekend when you beat your rivals. Anyway, for the first time in this season, and the only time this season, the Saints and Browns seasons will actually converge. That's right, the Saints and Browns, for 1 week only, are playing each other on Christmas Eve. Even though neither team really has much playoff chances, it ought to be a fun game for me to see how each team is doing. Well, that should be all. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, ring the bell, and don't forget about John 3:16. And I'll see you next time. Isaiah chapter 41 verse 10. Don't be afraid, for I am with you. Don't be discouraged, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will hold you up with my victorious right hand.